Hi students, I'm going to discuss 2025 A-level recently concluded Physics MCQ paper. Here we have the first question. Look at this one. Which one below does not represent the unit of energy? Which one? So the first one, it says kg m square s minus 2. Right. This is joule. So I'm not going to say anything about this because everybody know that this is force into distance. So if you have any doubt, so force into distance, so it is the force kg m s minus 2 multiplied by d. It is s again, sorry, m again. So the final result, it becomes kg m square s minus 2, this joule. The second one, what second? So the power equation, according to the power equation, W over T. So what is work done is equal to power into time. Power is in watts. This in seconds. That is also represent joule. Right? That is also joule. The next one, kilowatt hours. In the first lesson, we learned that kilowatt hour is an alternative method of measuring energy that is in the household electricity. So the third one is also joule. VAS. So can you remember energy is equals to VIT? So let's substitute the units. V in volts, I is in amperes and seconds. VAS also energy, so it is joule. Now the next one, CV S minus 1. Right. What is that CV? W is equals to QV. Let's substitute the units. C for coulombs and V for volts, so it is also energy. So when you divide that by S minus 1 means you have to divide it by time. So that means technically joules here per second, that means what? That is a different unit. The fifth one is the answer. Actually, you don't want to do these things, right? I'm doing this one all because of even 26 students and 27 students also may watch this. 25 students should be able to directly look at the first one, joule, look at the second one, instantly can be is able to say it is also joule. Third one, definitely energy. Fourth one, you should see this one instantly, it is the same thing. Per second, see coulombs, coulomb volt, that means work done, energy, over time, definitely power. So the first one you can actually do with elimination method. First four answers are wrong, then the final answer, even though you don't know that or not knowing, according to the elimination method, your answer is the fifth one. Right? Let's see the next one. Students, the next one. A student uses a stopwatch to measure the time for 10 oscillations of a simple pendulum and observes reading for 20 seconds. If the least count of the stopwatch is 0.1 second, what is the percentage error of the period? There are two methods. One is a very easy method, other one is smart method. So the other one is something longer method. So here the total reading 20 multiplied by 100, it is like just 0.5%. That's the third one, 0.5. That's the third one. Before going to the other methods, there is a trapdoor in the first answer itself, choice itself. Why? Somebody may think, time 10 seconds, 10 times is given, so I better divide this by 10 and get the answer like 0.05 second. Percent. That is an extra work you have done without believing your own answer. Somebody may have done this mistake. I have seen some students they've done. Very bad. So there is a method that you can plug that 10 second even into this one. Let me show you. This is what the smart method I show you. In the traditional method, you can do 20 divided by 10 and try finding out the time taken for one oscillation. One such oscillation is 2 seconds. Percentage error for 1. So the percentage error also divide by 10. Useless. 50. So the answer is 0.05. Sorry, 0.5. This unnecessary. Now let's see the third one. In the third one, it says spring mass system oscillates with the period of t. If the length of the spring is halved, the mass is reduced to half its initial mass. What will be the new period? Okay. The first of all, you have to understand F is equal to K into X. As the distance increases, the force increases. As the constant increase, it also increases the force. Right. According to simple harmonic motion, T equals to 2 pi mo K. This is what the periodic time equation you have. You have general understanding. If you have a good general understanding, so you can understand if the original length is L. So what is according to the definition? Let's firstly do with the according to definition, then go for the longer method. According to the definition, so the force required to extend a spring with a unit length required to unit length. If the length is this much to extend by 1 meter, unit length means 1 meter, not just extension, extend by 1 meter, you need some amount force that is called the spring constant. Right. Now, if the length reduced to half, general understanding L over 2, you also need to do the same extension to find out K, new K. It is K1 here, this is K2. Now you can simply understand if the spring is half the length, you have to make the same change of the length. Definitely the amount of work you have to apply is different. That means the force you need to apply to extend it is doubled. General understanding, right? From general understanding, right? That means you can definitely understand K2 is equal to twice of the K1 from general understanding. Now let me explain you with more physics application, right? According to Young's modulus, that means according to the elasticity theory, when you have something with area of A and having a length of L, and when you make a certain extension or compression of simply L, and this one having a Young's modulus of Y, from the basics, let me show you. F over A is equals to Y E over L, right? Right, Y E over L. So according to this one, here the extension is X I took for the spring. So now according to Young's modulus, I can take it like E for the extension the same way. What is constant? Constant is equal to force over extension. Now I'm going to get the same ratio. I will get it here. So what is it? Force over extension is equals to YA over simple L. So this represents what? Constant K. Constant of K. Okay? Constant of K. Technically, have a good look at K is equals to spring constant K, YA, L. So for certain material at a certain given condition, Young's modulus is a constant. Area does not change dramatically. So we can consider the area also as a constant thing. Have a good look at constant, spring constant is inversely proportional to the length. As the length increase, this drop. As the length decrease, this increases. So here see the length decreased to half. So how about K2 then? Definitely K2 is equal to twice of K1. Right. I have all the information what I need. So this is from the general understanding. This is first 10 MCQ. You should have the idea of when a spring is sliced into two pieces equal parts, definitely the spring constant doubled. So you have to keep that in your mind. Otherwise, this is the correct path. For the first one, I can write like 2 pi m over k for the first one. For the second one, T2 is equals to 2 pi m over 2 times what? 2k. K is double, 2k. Equation number 2. So I can show very simply. You can do it with two methods. In MCQs, actually, your mind should work fast. I will show you with the traditional method, equation number 2 divided by equation number 1. T2 over T1 equals to 2 pi m over 4k here, 2 times 2 is k, divided by 2 pi square root of m over k. So mk cancel off, 2 pi cancel off. T2 will be what? T1 over square root of 4, that means T2 is equals to T1 over 2, right? That's the answer. But we should not do like this. If we have to improve our mindset to do like in this manner. See, if I just remove all the factors like this, so this whole together is T. See, can't I separate them? See, 2 pi m over k is there. That means nothing other than 2. Your mind should work really fast like this. Square root of, 2 by square root of 2 is, so if you're still uncertain, you can write like this. That becomes 2. So generally, T2 is equal to T over 2. General method is like this. You should work very fast. You should see m over k is common here. Only additional thing I included is 2 times 2. That means 4 square root of 4 is 2. The answer will be T over 2. Let's see which answer is tallying with that. The answer is the first one. And let's read the next question as well. So the two identical transverse waves traveling in opposite direction in a string and superimposed to form a standing wave. If the distance between two adjacent nodes is 12 centimeter. What is the wavelength of original wave? Right. 2 consecutive. Because he told me, sir, the question was too obvious. It was a really easy thing, so I didn't pay much attention. Whenever you feel something too easy, that's where you have to pay a little more attention. Because there are trapdoors. Distance between two adjacent nodes mean, my dear, this thing. Only one loop. So according to the wavelength definition, see, the distance between two consecutive points with the same phase, similar phase. Here, lambda over 2 is equals to L. So lambda over 2 equals to L. So lambda is equal to 2 times 12 is 24. Straightforward answer. Not two consecutive nodes. See? One node, two node. Distance between third one, not the second one. Right? Two consecutive means it is a one loop. It should be two loops together. Then if one loop is 12, you don't want to do like this. Your mind should work very fast. If one loop is 12, a wavelength means two loops, it is 24. That's how you save time. That's how you save time. You have to learn that art. It is the fourth answer. Fourth question, fourth answer. Let's see what is the fifth question. It is a big question upon. There is a big question here as well. What is it? An object is projected with an initial velocity u at angle theta to horizontal. Neglect air resistance. Consider the following statement regarding the projectile. Last year it came and the previous before. So this question definitely every year comes and trigger you. The kinetic energy of the object remain constant throughout the motion? No, definitely no. Only in the horizontal component it is remaining, but in the vertical component with the high velocity, just drop. So no need to go to the whiteboard. It is very verbal question. So velocity of the object 0 at the highest point of the trajectory. There is a very controversial thing. I don't know what would they come up with the answers, because I have seen this in university level, even in edXL, Cambridge, and many international exams. It is really not this. They just consider like this. It's a projectile motion like this, no? Theta with a velocity of v with a theta. In our syllabus, we learn like projection at an angle to horizontal. Yes, that angle can also be 90 degree. 90 degrees also theta. In this question, they don't say like theta is smaller than 90. No, nothing like that. Now see, at the highest point, velocity can also be zero. Why? Velocity can also be zero. Imagine 20 ms minus 1. After 1 second, it is 10. After 2 seconds, it's 0. Why don't you consider 90 degree as a theta angle? It can be. So that is a big mistake in the paper. I don't know what is the final decision of the professor. I'm not going to challenge that because I'm nobody to them. But the reality, there is a big questionable point here. Theta is 90 is also a part of theta. Otherwise, have to mention like theta is smaller than 90. එමුත් කියලා නෑ. ප්‍රශ්නයක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. මම දන්නේ මොනවා කියයිද කියලා. So there is a controversial point. According to the answers given here, see, the velocity of the object zero as the highest point of the trajectory. Yes, it can be, my dear. Can be. The acceleration of the object is constant throughout the motion. Yes, that is correct. According to these answers given, only C is true. Yes, but when we observe this question more scrutinized way, more sophisticated way, B and C both should be correct. There is no choice given here. Otherwise, definitely, I have seen this type of questions mostly in Excel, Cambridge, AQA, and Indian syllabus like JIT main and all. They also concern the second answer also as true. Right? But here, according to the choices, the most suitable answer is the third one. The sixth one, very simple one. Let's read first. 3 identical resistors, each resistor are provided. What are the respective minimum equivalent resistance, minimum and maximum equivalent resistance that can be formed from the minimum and maximum? Answer එතන බලද්දිම පේනවා fifth one කියලා, but I will show you how to do it. I'll show you how to do it. Right. Minimum and maximum. Buddha, remember the thing. Whenever you get parallel connection, the resultant is smaller than the smallest resistor. Okay. 3 things parallel are. Oh, there was a movie, not Tamil, I think Telugu movie, Ram Charan and that other, I can't remember. NTR movie. Right. R. So the equivalent resistance is R over 3 for the minimum. For the maximum, add. So R is equal to 3R. No need to do any work. Even all level students know how to apply. This one is 1 over R equals 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3. Here is R1 plus R2 plus R3. All are the same. So R over 3 here. This is 3R. Consider the following statement about quarks. There are 6 types of quarks. Yes, 6 types of quarks. What? Up, down, charm, strange, bottom, top quarks. Yes. The charge of the quark either can be minus 2e or plus 1 over 3e, where e is the elementary charge. Yes, that is true. Only for what? Anti-quarks. This is talking about quarks. Quarks and anti-quarks are 2 different. So the second answer is wrong. Quarks can exist in isolation, never. Quarks are in the form of what? Triplets or duplets. That means mesons or baryons. So technically, the above statement only A is true. Yes. මගේ දක්ෂම ළමෙක් වරද්දලා තිබුණා අර charges anti-quark ගැන හිතලා දරුවෝ anti-quark ගැන කතා කරලා නැහැ නේ මෙතන. An isolated point charge Q is placed in a dielectric medium of dielectric constant K, what is the magnitude of the electric field intensity at a point inside medium at simple r away from the point charge? Let's see. I will read that question again. An isolated point charge, simple q, is placed in a dielectric medium of electric constant, simple K. What is the magnitude of the electric field intensity at a point inside the medium, simple r, away from the point charge? Very, 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 very simple. Right? Okay, an isolated point charge Q. Firstly, let me show you how it is working with in a free space. Free space. Having a charge of simple Q and with the radius simple r, there is a certain electric field intensity over there. So the electric field intensity is 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught simple q over r to the power 2 is the generalized method. But this is not in the free space. It is in a dielectric constant K. It is filled with certain material of dielectric constant K. Right? Let's see. So there is an effective permittivity. It is just R like this. How do we get it? The dielectric constant K is equals to effective 1 over epsilon naught. So what is the effective permittivity? K epsilon naught. Now it is no longer going to be epsilon naught here. It is K epsilon naught. So the new E is what? 1 over pi K epsilon naught Q over R to the power 2. Most suitable answer is just, let me, disregarding 1, I can rewrite Q over 4 pi K epsilon naught R to the power 2. The answer is the second one. මේකත් හදනවා නම් දෙපාරක් හිතලා බලන්න. හදන්න එපා. You should just know the effective constant comes, that means definitely it multiplied by epsilon naught and the product of K. Direct answer. If you just need to, you can write the direct answer like this. Q over 4 pi epsilon naught K R to the power 2. Second one answer is the second one here. Now let's go for the other one. Magnetic field is applied perpendicular to the plane of circular coil of area 25 square centimeter and 200 turns. If the magnitude of magnetic flux density is uniformly increased from delta T to 0.01 Tesla to 0.05 Tesla during a time interval 0.02 second, 0.2 second, what is the average induced EMF in the coil? Confidence study. The overconfidence just might kill you. It's not really good. Overconfidence is not really good. When you are really excelled in one side, you have to really consider more in that area when you're doing, because you know that you get certain answers. Why don't you spend a little more extra time and make sure your answer is the corrected, right? Actually, most of the students really spending more time for the harder ones. They are hardest area. Hardest area has a really high chance to get wrong. The easiest areas, you have a really high chance to get correct answer. Spend a little more time. Hurry. A magnetic field applied perpendicular to the plane of coil 25 square centimeter and 200 turns. N equals 200. It is like this spiral, right? If the magnetic flux is uniformly increased from, initially pi 1 is equals to 0.01 Tesla, not pi actually B. Okay. to B2 is equal to 0.04 Tesla. Right, what is my real equation? According to Lenz's law and Faraday's law altogether, pi over delta T, delta pi over delta. And you should know pi is equal to B into A. Right? Pi is equal to B into A. Now let's see, how can we do? Now the equation just becomes minus BAT back. Here the thing, the time is a definite change, and the delta B, not the area. Area is a constant thing. Sometimes area can change. Here the B is changed. Let's apply the values. What is the final? 0.5, sorry. 0.05 minus 0.01 divided by the time taken is 0.2 multiplied by area is what? 25 into 10 to the power minus 4 multiplied by what? 200 turns. There are 200. It is only for one turn. If there are 200, whatever n number, you have to multiply by n. Let's get. Now the result become 0.04 divided by 0.2 multiplied by 25 into 10 to the power minus 4 multiplied by 200. Sorry. It is like increased by 5 times. That means 1000. It becomes 1000. That means 10 to the power minus 1 remaining here. Okay. So 25 times 4 is 100. There are 2 decimal places. That decimal place go, it is just becoming 1. 1 by 10 to the power minus 1 is 0.1 volt. That the student has got like 0.01 volt. වැඩිපුර decimal point එකක් එහා කරගෙන අපරාධි. Let's see. Let's see how boys answer. Oh yes, he has done some terrible mistake. See, the real answer is at the 0.1 volt. It is the second option. Second option. When you know somewhere that is the most suspected area, because with high confidence, you might really make all the problems to you. A person can see clearly up to 50 centimeter from his eye. What is the type and the power in diopter the lens needed to see distance objects? Let's see, eye is here. The distance from the eye to lens we don't consider. We have to wear certain lens. Without the lens, we can only see the maximum. Up to means that's the maximum distance that he can see. That means the far point. Far point is not infinity in this case. Far point is just 50 centimeter from him. Right. It says that what is the type of power? Up to. Up to means only up to 50. If something is beyond 50, he can see. Okay. The main logic of eye lens calculations is nothing more. Place the final image where he can see. So the actually you want to see an object like moon, where it is located very long distance. Forget about moon. As a dinagak. You have to. It is generally considered like at infinity. And this is your final image should be formed by the lens, by this lens at V. The equation is 1 over V minus 1 over U equals to 1 over F. දැන් මතක තියෙන ළමෙක් නම් මෙච්චර නටනට ඉන්න එයා දන්නවා ඉන්ෆිනිටි දාලා එන කේස් වල මේව කර කර ඉන්න ඕනේ නැහැ කියලා. මතක නැති කට්ටියත් එක්ක අපි හදන්න වෙන්නේ final image. Format what? 50. So it is a positive. Why? In the same side of the light ray coming. Here 1 over infinity. You know that is 0 nearly. It is 1 over F. F equals to plus 50 centimeter. But diopters, the Lanka system, the Logi system, power is just 1 over F in front of a minus sign. Whenever you deal with centimeters, you'd better write it with 100 over F because you have to substitute everything with SI units. F is whatever the value divided by 100 that comes up. 1 over 100 over F with minus sign. Power is equal to minus 100 over 50. Cancel off, it is positive value, so it is 2. So the power is minus 2 diopter. We just found positive value for the lens, that means it is a concave lens. The answer is the first one. Okay. Before going for the 11th question, I have to tell you a very important thing. The paper consisting 50 very good MCQs. In this year, I really love the paper because questions are not long. But everything is conceptual. Those who know the concepts, they can finish the all 50 MCQs even within like half an hour spare. Deep concepts karla diyena, past papers karla diyena, e wagema deeply conceptual knowledge එක හොඳට තියෙන, shortcut methods හොඳට දන්න, proportionality එහෙම use කරන්න හොඳට දන්න. proportionality දැක්කම ළමයි දුවන කේස් එකක් තියෙනවා. එහෙම එපා. හරි. එතකොට මේ දේවල් එක්ක ඉතුරු ප්‍රශ්න 10 තනිකර proportionality ගාවලා තියෙන්නේ හොඳට. හරි. මේක බලන්න කලින් proportion පොඩ්ඩක් බලලා ඉන්න වෙනවා. ඇත්තට කියන්නේ විරෝධ නෙමෙයි. හරි. ඉතින් පුතා, if you like to see the next 10 MCQs, I will upload very soon. So at least drop a comment on this one and like, subscribe and do everything, and I will definitely upload the next 10 questions with higher in detail review about this. For all 50 questions I'll do, but here for the next 20 immediately I'll upload. Wait for that. God bless you.